we're back. Ready to go out this morning. Got up at 5:30 and put him in here because it was storming. And now he's maybe ready to go out. I don't know. I don't know that he knows. Are you ready? Everybody go out. Storming, it was scary. We got back from our vacation on Wednesday. Today is Friday. We were in Orlando for a week. Enjoyed having a couple weeks off. It has been really nice. But now we have things to do. Good morning. Good morning, all my furry friends. Hello. Hello, Andy. We are weaning today. So everybody is ready to wean except for Biscuit and Pancake. So we have to tattoo everyone this morning and wean. And I'm gonna tell you what I have decided to do. 4 of them are ready to be picked up. One's gonna go this weekend. I haven't talked to. The other 3 of them will go next week. And then hopefully the other 3 will go sometime in the next week. And so we'll get 6 of them gone, and that will leave us with 6. Let's see, 6, 7, 8, 8 of them. 8 of them are sold. And so I have 4 others. Andy, Oatmeal, Chai, and S'more are the only other 4 that I have that are not sold. I haven't done my post. I'm gonna do that next week. I'm gonna post those 4 to see if I can get them gone. And then all the babies should be gone here in the next 2 weeks, hopefully. I'm ready, moms are ready. I'm never ready to like lose the babies completely, but like it's time for them to go, they're huge. And they're eating me out of house and home. Yes, you are. So I bought a new tattooer yesterday, some new trimmers, new ink. So this morning I have to tattoo all of them. And I had a sheet that had all my tattoo numbers in here somewhere, and now I don't know where it is. So we have to find that to all the babies, and then I'm gonna put them in a weaning pen, and I'm gonna put everyone in a weaning pen. Girls, boys, everyone, and I'm gonna talk to you guys about what that's gonna look like. So let's get everybody breakfast, then we'll do that. Thankfully, the rain is done for the day. Had just some storms roll through early this morning between about 5:30 and 8. It's about 8:45, but it's gonna be super hot this weekend. I wanna get this done this morning while it's cool, because I'm gonna get sweaty and nasty. And it's super regionals for baseball this weekend. I just kinda wanna have this done and have this video filmed so that I can just hang out with my family this weekend. I really appreciate you guys being so supportive of me taking some time off. I haven't actually intentionally taken time away from YouTube since I started 3 years ago. Really hard for me to do, like just in general, the way that YouTube works, because they reward you for posting frequently, and they kind of tend to penalize you if you go without posting content. So I really appreciate you guys like going back and watching old videos and just being super supportive. I was very just burnt out and needed some time, not from YouTube, but from my day job. It was just making everything really hard. All right, come on guys, come on. We know where breakfast is. Come on, pork chop. Come on, sillies. Come on, my sillies. I know. We've changed up our routine, haven't we? I know, it makes life hard. We're confused little goobers. Do this, here, Piggy. The water out. These buddies all did well when we were gone. We had 3 different people take care of the farm while we were gone. which always makes things a little bit hectic, but everyone did excellent job. I'm gonna close this. So my plan is to put the baby goats in this pen. This is the better, like more enclosed shelter for like rain and storms. I'm gonna leave all 5 of them in this top until the babies are sold or until they're bigger or weaned. Hopefully, like if I end up with girls that don't go quickly, they'll just move back in with the regular herd after about 2 weeks of being weaned. We'll see how that goes. So this is a short-term solution. In my mind, all of the babies should be gone in the next 2 weeks. The 4 that I don't have sold will either, the 2 boys will move in with everyone, with the boys and the pigs, and the 2 girls will go back with the main herd. That hopefully will be how that works. But for the next 2 weeks, they're gonna be in this pen. What I've noticed is the boys and the pigs stay in the top pen. They don't really stay down in this bottom pen. That will allow us to fence wean, which is what we did at the old place, since they're not really utilizing that grass. I did think about flip-flopping the pens, and what that would entail would be to put the babies in the top pen, to put those 5 in this bottom pen, so that if I felt like they didn't have enough to eat, that I could open up and let them out here. The girls without the babies will be allowed to go on the nets, because the babies have been the problem with the net. I do have another charger we're gonna try to put out today. This hopefully kind of fix a lot of our issues. So what I've got to do is catch every single baby and put them in the milking stall, in the milk room, and then we're gonna tattoo them. We tattoo them so that they can be registered. So the only one that we're not gonna tattoo today is Oreo, because he's not registerable. And everybody else so far has wanted registered babies. So let's see if I can catch them. Well, that was a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. Andy is all poopy again. He was not that way yesterday. So we're gonna start another coccidity round on him. We'll check everybody's color and kind of get an idea. The problem that we're having is raining. They're spending too much time in here. And so that will be another helpful thing, is to get them out of here and into just a better environment. It's just too many goats all in one spot. So we have to tattoo them all, and it's gonna kind of stink because they're all huge. But this is my list of the dead fly on it, of everybody's tattoo numbers. So this year's letter for ADGA is P, and we just offer ADGA registration for all of our babies. A couple of them are registerable through AGS as well. And honestly, I just registered Pixie through AGS. Instead of ADGA, because of how complicated it's gotten. But they're all registerable ADGA, and that's usually what most people want, because that's like for dairy, that's the Dairy Goat Association. So American Dairy Goat Association or American Goat Society. You can do milk testing and anything with both. ADGA is more popular. I'm gonna give them some grain to share. And I did pull everyone in here because what I'm gonna do is, like, once I'm done tattooing, is kind of slowly, it's just walk them one by one and dump them over the fence. They're gonna cry a lot, but they're really fine. I also bought some new coccidia meds because my coccidia stuff is expired. It's probably fine, but I just got a new bottle and I got some new ink. One of my previous buyers said that our tattoos were not visible anymore when she had her goats linearly appraised, and that really sucks, and I don't like that. Like, I want everything to be great for my family that buy. So I went and bought a new tattoo machine because I think it's because the pad had dry rotted and there's not enough pressure. And so even though I'm punching as hard, like holding it and squeezing as hard as I can, there's not enough resistance from the pad for the needles to go all the way through. And so why you tattoo is because of registration, and so that you know that that is that goat. Basically, it's like an identification for them overall. They're gonna be more mad at being restrained and being separated from mom, and that's Biscuit that's yelling his head off. We're gonna use the green roll-on ink, not the black. This is what the tattooer looks like. You put the letters and numbers in here, and then what has broken on mine is like the pad has come off, and so there's no resistance at all. So even though I'm punching really hard, it's just not enough resistance. And so you do your her tattoo. So left ear, very left ear is the ADGA letter, and so that denotes the year they were born and the order that they were born in, and then their right ear is their her tattoo. And I'm not sure that I have all the supplies that I need. Container, but I have my rubbing alcohol. I just use a little, we'll wipe this out with a Clorox wipe, a little bucket, and this is how I sterilize my letters and numbers. And so like I had this tattooer, but it's just dry rotted. But we have our numbers and letters, and I have new numbers. So I'm gonna clean off my space. I'm gonna get my box ready, and I'm gonna take care of these guys really quick. I'll show you a couple of them so you can see how I do it. Okay, so here's one of my quick tips for doing this is always punch a piece of paper once you have your letters set in your clamp so that you know that they're in the right order, because they have to go backward and sometimes that can get kind of confusing. I use a kid box for restraining. They're really big, so it may not work. And I punch and then do ink. So what I'll do is punch an ear, roll the ink, punch the other ear and do the ink. The other things that you need are, I do all the letters in alcohol to sterilize them in between each goat and before I tattoo. I would really prefer, honestly, the paste, but I can't seem to find it, so I just do the roll-on ink, which works really well. You have to use a lot of ink. So those are my tips. And they're gonna scream, they're not gonna like it, but you have to do it really hard for it to stay. Okay, Miss Chai-Chai. Your head back. You're too big for that. All done. Let's put some ink on here. Hello, Miracle. I know. We'll go get you out. Miracle. Can you hop down? Thank you. Okay, so we're all done. You can see we're all nice and green. I just put Biscuit and Pancake back with Pixie. They're my last two. I'm covered in ink. You can wear gloves. I found that I'm gonna get covered in ink either way. So I just give the gloves up. I was just gonna show you my kid box. There's a pattern for this online at Fias County Farms. I'll try to remember to link it in the description. We just built it, a free pattern. So you can see everybody was wanting to help, especially this one. Did you stand on mom's back while she tattooed? So you just tattoo, and there's a couple of veins in their ear, and you just want to make sure that that tattoo goes in between those veins. If you hit the veins, they'll bleed. Not a big deal, and you have to do it pretty aggressively. You really have to squeeze hard or it won't last. Much better. I just bought the one at Ursuline. They're like run like 40 to 50 bucks. They were on sale for 25 this week. So just went ahead and got a new one. I treated Andy and Pancake for coccidia. We'll continue to treat them for the next 5 days. As I'm gonna just carry each of them over. All of these guys are being weaned. So we're gonna do that real quick. They're not gonna be real happy about it. They're gonna cry. They cry more because they're restrained than they are because that hurts. And if I had shown you like every single one of them, you would have noticed that they're gonna scream when you put them in the box. It's just what they're gonna do. I'm soaked through, but I kept my overalls on because I didn't want to get ink all over my legs. I'm gonna have to have a shower, but the less places I can get the ink, the better. And what will be good is mamas will be able to stay with them all day long right here at the fence. And if I have some moms that want to sleep out here, we'll let them do that. So here's our little weaning crew. I decided to keep Andy with his mom until we get the cocci and scours corrected, just to not add extra stress. He's not sold, so there's no reason to put him in here right now. I would never let a baby go sick. You can see there was some crying at first, but the mamas have come out, except for Zelda, and they're eating and they're fine. They can see mom, so they're not stressed. This is what we want. That's why I really like fence weaning, is because mama is right here. We can see mama, smell mama, we just can't nurse. Yes. So that works out well for everybody. I am gonna dump this water and get them a different fresh bucket because the pigs have had their noses in it with mud. Just make sure everything's extra clean for them.